The days pass slowly here. There isn't much to do but clean, cook and wait. These Rohingya refugees have been at this temporary shelter in northern Indonesia for more than 6 months.
The boat journey was difficult. We had enough food in the beginning until it ran out. We floated on the water for a month and the engine stopped working. Luckily, we received help from another boat. When we arrived, I didn't even know where we were.
Here, many Rohingyas say they finally feel safe after years of living in crowded and increasingly dangerous refugee camps in Bangladesh. And before that, escaping widespread violence by security forces in Myanmar.
There are 19 children here under the age of 5 living at this temporary shelter in PIDIE. Many of the parents here told Al Jazeera their only hope is that their children can get an education and have a better life than they did.
The refugees have their basic needs met here. There's somewhere safe to sleep and enough food for everyone. Health workers visit the shelter several times a week.
We cannot say their living condition in Aceh is ideal, but I guess this is the safest place for them at the moment.
But Indonesia is not home for the refugees. They cannot legally work here, and it's difficult to send their children to schools. As Southeast Asian foreign ministers meet in the Indonesian capital, Jakarta, human rights groups criticise the failures of the ASEAN regional organisation.
ASEAN is really unwilling to deal with this crisis, and this goes back a long way. I mean, we've been seeing Rohingya boats making these perilous boat journeys, for more than a decade now. And what we've seen is a maritime game of ping pong where countries simply force boats back out onto the high seas and don't want to take responsibility.
Back at the shelter, there's even the occasional dance class intended to be a chance for Rohingya children to make friends with their new neighbours. For MUHUSANA, such festivities are a rare, welcome distraction. She and her 4 children have no passports, no money and no plans for the future.
We were in a similar prison-like place before, and it's the same here. So there's no hope. I want to go to a country where my children can find peace.
Lately, she says, she's starting to doubt whether such a place exists. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Aceh, Indonesia.